Hey, I know it's a little late, but happy Wednesday. Hope everybody had a wonderful and blessed day. My name is Stacy George, and I am happy to be on here. So it's a little late, but I was doing some reading. Hey Todd, how you doing? Thanks for popping on. Hey, when you guys are coming in, let me know where you're coming from down in the comments. And if you catch this on a replay, hashtag replay. What's up, Jason? How you doing? So, some important lessons about vulnerability. And I've been reading a book by Brené Brown. Hey, Glenn, how you doing? Hey, Ash, how you doing, guys? I miss my stagehand family. So, no, I'm not bored, Jason. have been extremely busy. We just added a new family member to our family. Took a drive to the border of Utah and Nevada, basically, and brought home our little Odin. He's a husky golden doodle, and he's only 3 months old. And so I have a 2.5-year-old daughter who keeps me extremely busy anyways. And now I'm even busier with a puppy who's now the baby of the family. Hey girl, how you doing? Thanks for coming on. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about some vulnerability. Like, it's a big thing. And, it's not a sign of weakness to be vulnerable, you guys. So in the things that I'm reading with Brené Brown, she goes around and she basically, does research and does lots of interviewing big people and leaders in the world, but very motivational, inspirational woman. I tell Rogue and tell the kids I said hi, Jason. So, but vulnerability is our most accurate way to measure courage. And we literally do that all the time by, just going out and doing new things, that you're not usually used to. Just stepping outside of the box a little bit. Vulnerability allows you guys to become fearless. If you're getting out there and being vulnerable, you're working on some fears that you may have, or a lot of fears for that. All right. And so we can measure how brave you are by how vulnerable you're willing to be. So, I was talking with some people the other day, and they said they were taught that vulnerable was a weakness. And I was like, wow. So everything that I'm reading is saying that it's not a weakness, that in order to grow, we need to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? So there's many benefits to opening up and stepping outside of your box. Hey, Michael, thanks for joining. It's a little later than I usually do it, but I wanted to pop on while I had the husband and daughter and the new pup outside for a little bit because I can't do it when they're inside. But anyway, so the many benefits of just opening up and stepping outside of your comfort zone is going to expand in so many different directions. Thank you guys for popping on. Let me know where you're coming from for all my new friends out there, so I can learn a little bit more about you guys. I work on trying to reach out to all my new friends. As soon as I, am accepted, or I accept somebody's friend request, I try to get on there and say, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Thanks for accepting me. And I can't wait to get to know you guys. So I really mean that. I really mean that, because I love meeting new people. And this is a totally different thing for me. Usually I'm used to face-to-face, and lately I haven't been able to do face-to-face. I'm in a new area. I have a young child. Now I have a puppy. So I get the luxury of being able to work out of the comfort of my own home and working my home-based business. And I'm totally grateful for that. So along with working my, home-based business, I work on my self-development every day. If it's not 30 minutes, it could be 4 hours sometimes. But I still try to get some in. Hey, Maria, how you doing? But working on myself daily, and what I've been working on lately is reading about vulnerability and how it can really transform you into this amazing things that can happen. But you got to be vulnerable and you got to step out. But you know, when you guys are not comfortable with something and you're not reaching out to learn something new, you're not growing. And you know, as some of the big known people out there will say, if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not working on yourself and you're just stuck in this place, you're not growing, you're dying. So it's good for us to work at conquering new fears, conquering new things, just in general, stepping outside and being, you know, yeah, Brene Brown rocks, don't he? I mean, don't she? Sorry, I was going to say, don't you think, Michael? So Brene Brown, you guys, truly, there's a Netflix special out there right now, and she's like, I love people who can be bluntly honest and don't BS around, don't beat around the bush, and just keep it real and keep it simple. I love that. I don't want things beat around the bush. I want someone to put it just how it's supposed to be, and she definitely does that. So when we lose our capacity for vulnerability, joy becomes foreboding. So foreboding, it becomes scary to let ourselves feel it. So don't be scared to try something new. Don't be scared to do something you've never done before. And there was a video I watched with Will Smith where he jumped out of an airplane, but the way that he worked up to that point, and he was like, oh my God, like, what am I getting ready to do, you know? But he conquered it, and he got out the plane. He may have had somebody hooked on to him, but he still did it. And when he did that, it was like, bam, anything's possible, right? So you can hear him close the door, mommy's working. He's trying. She does what she wants, I tell you. She's got a mind of her own. But to love is to be vulnerable, you guys, you know, to give someone your heart and say, I know this can hurt so bad if it doesn't work out, but I'm willing to do it because, you know, it's worth a try, always. And I'm willing to be vulnerable and say, I love you. And, you know, things can happen, always, but the feeling of loving is super vulnerable, right? So, you know, just being creative and finding different things that maybe you have a fear of that you didn't know before, but you'll only know if you start stepping out and getting out there and doing different things. New fears may happen all day long. You know, new things come up, but no vulnerability, no creativity, no tolerance for failure, no innovation. It's that simple. And she says it. If you're not willing to fail, you cannot innovate. If you're not willing to build a vulnerable culture, you can't create. So she says it in there. And I'm like, she says so many amazing points that just ping, ping, right in the head, right? But the importance of openness is what she talks about. Hey, Heather, how you doing? So the importance of openness, to be open about everything and just let it go. You're a nerd. Thanks, Heather. So stepping outside, yeah, Michael, of your comfort zone, no more fears. Love you too, nerd. Heather, you're silly. You always got something. Hey, Nima, how you doing? Super proud of you guys, by the way. Nima, you're out there rocking it. That's so cool. I love to see my old friends from high school that I went to school with from way back. I love to see people succeed, you guys. And I truly do love to see my family and friends succeeding in life. You know, you're not stuck wherever you're at. You're not. And anything is possible. So she says, and you know, the importance of openness. It is so much easier to cause pain than feel pain. and people are taking their pain and they're working it out on other people. She said, when you don't acknowledge your vulnerability, you work things out on, you take it out on other people when you're not working on yourself. Stop working your stuff and taking it out on other people. Look, if you got things you need to work on, go work on it. Wait, Heather, you always get off on a tangent on my post. It's all good. But anyway, vulnerability is hard and it's scary and it can feel dangerous, but it's not hard and scary or dangerous as getting to the end of our lives and having to ask ourselves, what if I would have just shown up? What if I would have just did this? What if I would have said, I love you? What if, just show up, be seen, answer the calls to courage, and you know what? Because you're worth it. Life is beautiful. And guess what? Go out and be brave. Go out and have courage. Do something new. Heather, you're something else. Yeah, go out and, like Michael said, stop dumping your bag of BS on other people. Go out and encourage other people to be the best that they can be. Encourage yourself to be the best that you can be. Hey, Sal, how you doing? But go out and do something that you've never done before. And you know what? You may find your new passion, just like I have. So thank you guys for popping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, be fearless. You know what? It is follow the pursuit of happiness. Whatever sets your soul on fire and makes you happy, go out and do that. Bye, you guys.